It's Jesus time, it's Jesus time, it's Jesus time. With Mr. Villa
and Miguel.
All right, so welcome everybody to Jesus time. This is where we go over the readings and we do some activities and fun things. This is the second Sunday of Ordinary Time. Very special feast day. It's the Feast of Corpus Christi, which is, what are you, Miguel? Are you
I'm eating toast. I'm eating bread.
You're eating toast.
Yeah.
You sure do like toast.
I love bread. Okay, I love waffles. I love bagels, garlic bread, bread sticks.
Yeah.
Bread is amazing.
So bread is cool, but have you thought about like some of the other things that that also you need to make you happy?
Well, suppose I need water.
To wash down the bread?
Of course.
Right, to wash down the bread. What about some of the things that you don't eat or drink? Like say our house, for instance, our home. Or what about like family and things like that, like
a warm bed.
A warm bed. So today we're going to be doing some thinking about things that make us happy, that we're grateful for, and where they come from. So hold that thought. But why don't we start with the first reading? Miguel, do you want to do the first reading?
I would love to do the first reading. Remember the long road by which Yahweh, your God, led you for 40 years in the desert, to humble you, to test you, and know your innermost heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. He humbled you. He made you feel hunger. He fed you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors had ever known, to make you understand that human beings live not on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of Yahweh. Do not become proud of heart. Do not then forget Yahweh, your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the place of slave labor, who guided you through this vast and dreadful desert, a land of fiery snakes, scorpions, thirst, who in this waterless place brought you water out of the flinty rock, who in this desert fed you with manna unknown to your ancestors, to humble you and test you, and so make your future the happier.
Wow. So God made the Israelites go through the desert with fiery snakes and scorpions to make them humble?
It sounds like scary.
It is kind of scary. It's hard to imagine what that must have been like.
Yeah.
You know what would help me imagine what that must have been like?
I know. Role play! Look at my drawing.
Oh. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
No. Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Oh, this is taking forever.
Yeah, but it's better than being slaves back in Egypt.
When are we going to get to the promised land? How long has it been?
40 years?
Oh, it's so long.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Oh, look, fire snake.
Oh, they're so big.
Cool.
This desert is hot.
It is.
I'm thirsty.
thirsty.
Yeah, I'm thirsty too.
Mom, I'm thirsty.
Mom, we're thirsty. We're thirsty, Mom. Mom, we're thirsty.
Juice.
Oh,
I want a juice box. Thanks, Mom.
thank you. Oh, cool. Oh, I hate these straws though. Oh. I didn't know she had these.
Me neither.
It's good. I'm not so thirsty no more.
Fruit Bunch is my favorite.
Yeah. But I'm hungry though.
Me too. It's been a while.
I'm hungry. Mom! 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 We're hungry!
We're hungry, Mom!
We're hungry, Mom! It's so we're so
Eat some
hungry!
manna.
Manna!
Anna!
Oh, manna.
Thank you.
Thanks. Wow,
I
manna.
she had these too.
What is manna anyway?
I don't know.
It's good though.
It's bread, dear.
Bread? You like bread.
I like crab.
You know, this is a really long, hot car ride, but it would be a lot harder if we didn't have these snacks and in our juices.
Yeah. Mom's so cool.
She is. It was really nice that she brought these things.
We should say thank you.
We should say thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, Mom!
You're welcome, boys.
Wow, that was fun, and I
Yeah.
learned something.
Me too.
You know? But you know what time it is now?
What time is it?
It's time for activity! So for today's activity, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you 60 seconds to go around your house and find 1, 2, or 3 things that somebody gave you. 1, 2, or 3 things that you got from somebody else. And then bring it back here, right? And then we're gonna we're gonna share what we found and we're gonna talk about it. Does that sound good?
And they don't just have to be a gift. It can just be anything that somebody gave you.
Right, it doesn't have to be like a present or anything like
Right.
that. All right, so ready? We're gonna put 60 seconds and we're gonna say go. Ready? On your mark, get set,
go!
Okay, time's almost up. Get ready to come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
What's up?
All right.
Right.
Did you find some things?
I did. I found 3 things. What about you?
Oh, I did too. What about you? Did you find some things? Oh, cool. Look what they got.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
that's very nice.
All right. Well, Miguel, I want to see what you brought. What things did you find that somebody else gave you?
All right, well, this first one should be familiar to you because it's some headphones
Ah.
that you had me borrow so that I could listen to music.
Some earbuds. Yeah, it's very cool. Okay.
Thank
yeah.
you for that.
Hey, you're very welcome.
The second is a book that I got for Christmas. It's a very, very nice book. I love reading it. And it has all these happy memories because of the fact that I got it for Christmas.
That's awesome. Books are great gifts. You know,
And
great things to give someone.
Such a nice thing. And then a Christmas even before that is
Wow.
this nice blanket, and it keeps me warm at night, especially during the winter. It's very soft,
Wow.
and it just means a lot to me.
Is that handmade?
It is. It has wolves on it.
Wolves are cool.
Wolves are so cool.
Very cool. Wow. All right.
All right, what are your 3 things?
Well, I can't wait to show you. So here, this crucifix, so you know it's hung in my bedroom for a long time, was a gift from my grandparents from Mexico when I first got married for
Wow.
our first house. So that's what that's from. And then this card was a gift from my coworkers when I left my last job, and it's got cats on it, and they gave it to me because they know that I hate cats, you know. And then I got this bag of organic free trade coffee. And here's the thing: is you know you might think, well, I actually went and bought this coffee.
Right.
You know, I bought this coffee. So, but I thought about this idea of something that somebody gave you. And I was thinking about all the people that kind of helped give me this coffee. I bought this coffee from Rosie. Rosie got this coffee from Colectivo, which is a local coffee roaster and coffee house.
That's already a lot of people.
So the people at Colectivo had to get this coffee together. But that's not all. This coffee Collectivo got, right, from coffee farmers. And the coffee farmers had to work and make this coffee, put it in these little convenient bags, and they had to get it to a boat or a plane or something. And then it came by truck, and somebody was driving the truck and did that. And all those people gave me this coffee.
There's so many people involved in that.
I know, and I just had to think about it a little bit, and I kept thinking of more people that were involved in this thing. You could do that too, right?
Yeah.
Like, think about it with that bread. That's a great idea.
My toast, yeah.
Yeah, I'm amazed you have any of it left.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's only made up of 3 things, or 4: cinnamon, sugar,
Yeah.
butter,
Yeah.
and bread.
Okay.
But from those 4 things, you need to buy them all from a store.
Sure.
Then the farmer with all the cows, and the people who made
Right.
the butter,
Made the butter,
and
right?
the people who packaged the butter,
Okay.
and the
Wow.
people who processed the sugar,
Wow.
and the people who made the bread, and the people who grew the wheat to make the bread.
All those people.
All those people in this little plate.
I think I'm going to blow your mind, Miguel.
Are you gonna do that?
All right, so you talked about how the farmer, and the bread maker had to get the wheat and all of that. Where did the wheat come from?
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah.
Who gave us the wheat?
Would it be God?
I think it is. Because everything ultimately comes from God, right?
Right.
So, on that thought, let's read the gospel. This is from the Gospel of John. I am the living bread, which has come down from heaven. Anyone who eats this bread will live forever. And the bread that I shall give is my flesh for the life of the world. Then the Jews started arguing among themselves, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? Jesus replied to them, in all truth, I tell you, if you do not eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you. Anyone who does eat my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I shall raise that person up on the last day. For my flesh is real food, and my blood is real drink. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood lives in me, and I live in that person. As the living Father sent me, and I draw life from the Father, so whoever eats me will also draw life from me. This is the bread that has come down from heaven. It is not like the bread our ancestors ate. They are dead, but anyone who eats this bread will live forever.
Wow.
Wow, right? Jesus is our bread. God's love through Jesus, that's the most important gift we've been given.
Yeah. And especially because it brings us to this everlasting life, this time in heaven with Jesus and with God.
Yeah.
From bread.
So, you know how we were thinking about where bread came from and where coffee came from and all the people? Well, knowing that God's love is the most important gift kind of makes you feel grateful for God.
Yeah.
We're just about done with our time, but maybe we should go over some of the things we learned. What do you think?
I think that sounds great.
All right, so what did you learn, Miguel?
So everything we have, we got from the people around us.
And I learned that by thinking about where those things came from, we can be more grateful. We can be grateful and thankful for those people that help bring us what we have.
Sometimes when difficult times happen, you can learn to be more grateful, to think about all of those things you do have and the things that you love having.
Sure, just like God made the Israelites go through the desert so that they would be more grateful for God giving them a new home and food and water.
Right.
And then I think finally I learned that God's love is the most important gift we have. And just like thinking about where the other things we have come from makes us grateful, we need to be grateful for God's love too.
Exactly.
You know? That takes us to our final activity. Miguel, do you want to tell people what our final activity is going to be?
Go and find an older brother, older sister, anyone teenage, your parents, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever's around.
Can it be a mom?
It can be a mom.
Can it be a dad?
It can be a dad.
Can it be an uncle?
It can be an uncle.
Can it be like a neighbor that's kind of like a mom or dad?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And you're going to ask them to help you make bread. And don't worry, it's easier than it sounds.
And it's something that you do need help. Now, if your mom or dad or whoever's helping you has a bread recipe that you like to use, you can use that recipe. But if you don't have a bread recipe, we've put a link in this story to a great bread recipe that's easy for kids to make because you make it inside a plastic bag, so it's not as messy.
Yay, bread!
Yay, bread. All right, so you're gonna make that bread with your help sometime this week. Set a time to do it. And as you make the bread, and as you eat the bread, think about all the people that helped give you what you needed to make that bread.
And all the hard work it took to make that bread as well.
That's right. And when you think about all those people, you know what you should say?
What should you say?
You should say, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you, Dad.
This has been Jesus Time, Jesus Time, Jesus Time.